A herd of rabbits lived in a forest. Those rabbits were living happily, eating all the food available in the forest, like green grass. They easily get food to eat there every day. Suddenly summer came, and the summer heat was so intense that all the green grasses were charred and it looked like a desert. These rabbits were suffering a lot as they had no food to eat. There the hounds lurked here and there to hunt these rabbits. Seeing the hunting dogs, these rabbits hid inside their place and were struggling to come out. They suffered a lot without food. All the rabbits were talking together saying, "We have to do something. How long can we be hiding here?" Then a rabbit said, "God has made us weak. All animals are strong enough to save themselves in case of trouble, but we are weak and unable to save ourselves from any problem. Why has God made us like this?" he kept complaining. Then another rabbit said, "I can't bear this any longer. I'd rather die than hide ourselves from these hounds and can't live with hunger. I will go and fall into some river." Then another rabbit said, "Whatever we do, we must do it together. If we live, we will live together, or we will all fall into the river together," and set off towards the river. All those rabbits reached a riverbank. There were some frogs on the riverbank. All these frogs jumped into the river one after the other, in fear of seeing the rabbits. Seeing this, the rabbit group stood in surprise. "These frogs get scared and jump into the water when they see us. We thought we were the weakest in this world. We talked about how we are afraid of everyone. But some people are afraid of us. These frogs are afraid of us," they were talking to themselves. Then a rabbit said, "Surely there must be some way for us to escape this trouble and protect ourselves. We will find out what that way is." "It is better to face whatever problem comes than to end our lives by falling into this river," they said, and returned to another place in search of food. Morale: whatever problem comes in life, it should be faced with courage, and no wrong decision should be taken. A king lived in a town. He enjoyed hunting more. He had hunted the wild beasts in the jungle with his weapons and was sleeping peacefully under the shade of a temple tree on the border of the village. Suddenly a stone came from somewhere and hurt the king and disturbed his sleep. The surrounding guards went to all four sides, caught a middle-aged woman, brought her and placed her before the king. The king looked at the lady and said, "Why did you throw the stone at me? It disturbed my sleep and hurt me too." The woman looked at the king and said, "O king, I used to cut firewood in the forest, chop it, sell it in the country, and feed my children with that income. On the way, I saw fruits on the tree. I remembered my children. Isn't it the mother's duty to satisfy the children's hunger? I took a stone and threw it at the tree to pick the fruits. I couldn't see from the distance that you were sleeping in the shade of this tree. The stone I threw disturbed your sleep and injured you too. I am responsible for this mistake. Please forgive me," she pleaded. The king looked at the woman and said, "Girl, you are apologizing for the mistake you have made. That shows your good behavior. I have forgiven you," and ordered the guards to give the woman 2 cows and money for her expenses. The guards who were around said to the king, "O king, we are surprised that you have forgiven the woman who had thrown a stone at you and given her a gift." The king looked at the guards and said, "Guards, an ignorant tree bears fruit if the stone is thrown in it. How should we behave if we are wise? And she did not throw the stone at me on purpose. When she hit the fruit with a stone, it accidentally fell on me and hurt me. She regretted her mistake and apologized to me. Not only that, she threw a stone at the tree to satisfy her children's hunger. Wasn't that her duty as a mother? She did so for her children. I gave her a gift as a good king should do." The guards were overjoyed to hear the king's explanation. Moral: repenting and asking for forgiveness is the best virtue. Therefore, if we have committed a mistake, we should apologize to the person concerned. From this video we learned we should face all the problems in our life with courage, and we should be sorry and apologize for the mistakes we have committed.